everyone, it's time to do an art project with Ford House. This week I read the book Bird Builds a Nest, and we are going to go ahead and make our own nest. The reason I read this book from Josephine Ford's Playhouse at Ford House was because we have so many birds that come and make their home, make their nests at Ford House. Bird nests come in all shapes and sizes, and today we are going to make a nest out of paper and use a bowl shape as our inspiration. The supplies you're going to need will be some scissors, or you could use your fingers. If you don't like getting messy, you'll need some wet paper towel. You'll need some paper. You'll notice I have some brightly colored paper, but you can choose some natural colors like the colors of twigs and sticks and things that birds would actually use. Or, like I said, you can use brightly colored paper or newspaper. Pretty much any paper will work. You will also need some glue. You want the liquid glue, kind of like what you use at school. You'll need a cup of some kind that you don't mind getting glue in, a paintbrush. Like I said, we're making a bowl shape, so you need a bowl. You'll notice my bowl is a little small. It's a cereal bowl. That's the size you probably want to start with. And then as you get more adventurous and start experimenting, maybe you can get a bigger bowl. But for now, let's just start with the cereal bowl. And finally, you'll need some plastic wrap. That is to protect the bowl because we don't want to make Mom mad. All right? So I'm going to let you collect all of these different things, and then we're going to come back together to make our bird nest. Once you have all your supplies collected, it's time to start making our nest. You'll notice I put a protective cover down on the counter that I'm using. You are welcome to do that to protect your counter. I've got some paper ends right here. I've already got my pre-cut paper over here, but I wanted to show you that you can tear or cut your paper. So when you go to do that, you want to keep it under 1/2 inch. A thinner piece of paper is best. Lengthwise, you can go 12 inches or under. I've got big pieces and I've got small pieces here. I've got torn pieces and I've got cut pieces. It's okay if that's not perfect. This is about building a nest, and twigs aren't perfect when birds build a nest, so ours don't have to be either. I've got plenty of paper cut up over here, so I'm going to show you some examples of what I've done. All right, so there's all my paper. Once you've cut all your paper, the next step is to put some plastic wrap in a bowl. You want to put at least 2 layers, and it's going to be loosey-goosey, but don't worry, fold down the sides, and once we start putting glue and paper, it will stay put. I'm going to go ahead and start prepping my glue while you cut your paper and prep your bowl. When we come back together in just a second, I'll have the glue ready for you and walk through those steps. Now it's time to make our glue mixture. So take your cup, and for this I would unscrew the glue and just pour some into your cup. This doesn't have to be exact, and I can't tell you a certain amount. Just know you can always add more water, more glue, and you can always make more. I'm going to pour, I would say, maybe a tablespoon of glue. I don't know if you can see that. Covers the bottom of the cup. I've now added the same amount of water. So we have about a tablespoon of glue and about a tablespoon of water. Again, this doesn't have to be exact. And we're going to stir this mixture. And actually think I need to add just a little bit more glue. Want it a little on the thick side. So let's give this a stir. Oh, that's much better. All right, let's build a nest. We're gonna put our bowl right here. And the first thing you're gonna do is just paint the bowl, or better yet, paint the plastic wrap, because otherwise it's gonna be hard to get this nest out in the morning. Once you have a glue layer, you're going to want to start the first layer of paper by going crisscross. So I'm going to take some of the longer pieces to help make that crisscross pattern. This will make a good base, and that's the important thing about a nest. It's got to have a good base because it's protecting birds. If you notice paper curling down like my little yellow one here, go ahead and start painting the glue mixture onto it, and that'll keep it on the side. Now, I used brightly colored paper. One thing to keep in mind is with this type of paper, you might have some color bleed. It'll make it look a little bit like a tie-dye nest. I don't mind that, but if you do, you might want to choose some more natural colors or some high quality paper. See how I have a crisscross? I have a good base. Now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing all these different pieces on the sides, maybe sticking up real high. It's completely up to you how you want to do it. You want to layer, and every few pieces, go ahead and add some more glue. Just paint the mixture. Just like that. You don't have to wait in between the paper to let it dry. We're going to let it dry overnight. The most important thing is that you cover as much as you can in the bowl. You want to cover all the plastic wrap because, again, this is for an egg and you want it to be strong. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue to build my nest. Make any last minute checks. Pick up your bowl, look around. Looks like I still need a few pieces over here. So I'm gonna do a little bit more green right there. But it looks like other than that, I have covered all the plastic in the bowl. So last layer, kind of spread out some of this glue. And I want a nice big bowl shape, so I'm going to make sure I'm pushing out when I'm putting, one more. If you don't cover it, it's okay. But I'm gonna make sure I'm pushing out as I brush so it gets a nice open bowl shape. And there we go. Now the hardest part of this project is that now you have to wait. It has to set and dry. But when you wake up tomorrow morning, you will take this gently out of the bowl and you'll have a nest. This is one I did yesterday. And you'll just have a nest. So you could put your favorite toy in here. You could find some eggs from Easter and put them in here. Or you could just have it in your room as a fun decoration. But that will be the nest that you build, just like our bird built a nest in the book. Be sure to check out our website next week for another story and another art project. Bye, everyone.